Hello, good evening, all. Welcome back to the other day of bootcamp. It's day 3. It's Lokesh, your mentor, and we're gonna learn React.JS. So I just see the comments. Who is that pink dress? Who is that pink dress? What's her name? Yesterday class is already up. Yeah, Arshita. Even you are seeing for girls that too pink dress. Yeah. Hello. Yeah, are you sharing the link? Because I see very low count today. I don't know why. It's just 10, 11, and who are watching, they are not liking. Even the like count is too low. Or once I come live, there is no chat going on. We are not charging anything to chat. You can chat anything. Open your minds, open your thoughts. All your thoughts are welcome here. And I see Roshni, very active girl. Yeah, good evening all. Answering all the queries of users. By the way, thank you Roshni for supporting us. And we are for us, you are giving answers to the users as well. Yeah, Pooja, hi, good evening. And Reddy, hi, Reddy, good evening. So, how many of you are sharing the links? Yesterday, I guess you told me two of you are sharing the link where, and in which one of your friends are joining, three, four. Good evening, good evening. Yep. How many of you think yesterday's class was informative? And what have you learned yesterday? You just text me in the chat box so that I can see how many of you are really attending all the classes and you are in interest. Like, you have interest in listening and you learn something out of that. Good evening, good evening. All. You know what, yesterday, what happened? Throughout the class, there was around 75 to 80 people. But at the last 5 to 10 minutes, I got 100 plus. I don't know how they just joined at the last, and I guess they are coming for only attendance, anyways. But at the end, they came like G series. Good night. Yeah, good night, G series. Have a sweet dreams. Where are you from actually? Are you from India or somewhere out? I don't think so. This is night, India. So, good evening, all. I just asked about how many of you learned something yesterday, but you haven't replied anything. Yesterday class is very useful, sir, because learned something. Okay, okay, Lakshmi Priya, you have learned something basics. What basics you have learned? Yeah, Pooja, very good evening. And Yeah, Shita, what's about that pink dress? I'm very much excited about that comment. I guess from I don't want to take the college name. From Bangalore, you are just seeing pink dress. You're coming to Bangalore, studying MBA, and want to see pink dress. So there are only 9 likes in this video, but there are lots of views. Please do like and subscribe the video, all the viewers, because I need to get some boost up, right, to start the video, to start the session. Okay, Ramna, I learned some information about JavaScript basics, the printing statement, variables, data types. Okay, header, footer, main content. Already, that's very long backup. You have a huge. That's just a small information. Ready, header, footer, main content. I guess you just saw that one and you came to data directly. In between, we learned a lot about basic JavaScript. So you have to see that as well. And Lakshmi Priya, her comment is basic things like what is JavaScript and what we use JavaScript. Okay. Yeah, I see a graph is a rocket down. It has to be increased. Share the link, share the link, tell your friends to join the bootcamp. Share your experience with them and let them to join here. No, sir, I attended. Already you have attended and you learned header, footer, main content. Yeah, good evening. Good evening, Priya. Okay. So today we're gonna learn about functions in JavaScript, objects. Then we will be starting what are the events, so, what is how we're gonna use strings, what are the strings, what are the methods in strings, and we'll be seeing the array in Java, so what are the array methods, what are the loops, conditions, and straight then we'll be going the strict mode of JavaScript. Then we from there we will be continuing with array functions and callback functions. These are the things that we're gonna learn today. So can anyone just text whatever I told just now? How many of you heard it before, or is this the first time you are hearing all these words like functions, objects, functions, then events, strings, arrays, all these things? Hello, hello, hi. The view count is again it's rocket down. It has to be increased, not decreased. In this case, if the viewers got down, then I lose my interest. Okay. Yeah, Arshita, how much blood you lose so far? No, sir, already learned Java class. Okay, we use all these words. Java, yeah. See, Java and JavaScript are not much different. They are similar. So let's go with the session and yeah. No problem. You can hear my voice now. I guess the voice is clear. So we are back online. So I'm just gonna list here what are the things that we're gonna learn today. So we're gonna have functions. Then we'll be learning about objects. Then we'll be going with events. Then strings. And methods. So let's complete this. Then we'll be going to the other parts. So functions are nothing but it's a group of reusable. It's like a group of reusable and uh, reusable code which can be called anytime in the program. Okay. Yeah. So let me write this here. It's uh, of code reusable code called um, so let me write a function here like function uh, smarted at console.log. We uh, we have to pass string here like a value and cursor. Here I'm done with function. So to run this function, we should have an HTML, but here in the terminal. copy this. First, in the first session, I have told you to download few plugins, few extensions, in which one of them is live server. So here you can see if you have downloaded the live server, you will be getting here go live. So once we click here, it's gonna run for us. So I'm gonna click here. So here you can see it started. Started here. Let me back to load because we are in JavaScript folder. Just make a folder here. Text.h. No errors. So this is the code just we wrote and backend like we have created an index.html. So if I pass smart add, so it's gonna give us this function. So it has written like this is the code that we have come wrote just now. Once we are here, once I pass the name smart add the function, so it's giving us the result like console. Smarter provides online courses with Microsoft certification. So this is how the function is gonna be. Then we go with an object. So let object uh, just equal to 10. Then m 7. Then we gonna have function if you and the function and we'll be having a console.log. We're done with the code. Let's run this. So here I just started an object. Let object is equal to, I gave two numbers. Here s is equal to 10, m is equal to 11. Then I wrote a function where by calling the object function, let we can able to get retrieve these two output, and but we can even target one single object from these things. Let me have a look. If you're gonna write object, so you can see here there are two numbers, yes 10 and m 11. If we're gonna give it like object dot, so this is what thing is. Let object s is equal to 10, and we have m is equal to 11. This those are objects in that. Then we have a function where the console my function is if you're gonna give my function and number, it's gonna present the same thing. Here the function that we wrote, let object s is equal to 10, m is equal to 11, and we have a function here. So if you're gonna we be writing like object, then we can see s is equal to 10 and m is equal to 11. It's giving the output. If we can even select one single array from this also, like if I want to select s from here, then just object dot s, then it gives us the output of 10. If I want to select 11, then we can even select that object like object dot m, then it will be giving us the output of 11. So this is like nothing but a directory. So like Oxford directory or a dictionary and all. So this is the same way. Here we are storing the values in a function like objects. We are storing there. Then let's go with the other code. Uh, Next thing is this function, right? We haven't tried this function so far. This here we have a called function. This our object dot dot the code func, and it's gonna give a number here like let us assume 35. 30, gonna give undefined. So the actual thing is here we're gonna give some parameter like number. It may be anything like so as we gonna give that like object fun in bracket. If we're gonna give like 4 5, it should print this number is 5 or this number is 4 in such a way. It's gonna print that. And what next we will be having events. Events are nothing but the functions that we're gonna do like clicking, mouse cursors, mouse move, mouse down, long press. See, in Java, if you go with Java things, that what we do is on click listener. There is a function called on click listener. Even in JavaScript, we do have that. So on click listener, what it does is by if you have any uh, variable or any function, any visit, if you just click that, what it has to be done. Like on click listener is gonna use for that. So in the same way, there are few events. Those are called as events. We go with that like. Document dot add event uh, no comments at all. Why? Because all are sleeping. The class is boring. Function console dot log just to know whether we have clicked or not. I'll do, let's say confirm like do you we print this statement as well. Dot log into this. Yeah. This is a event. I have just wrote for this. It's an click event. We have an object and function. So by clicking, let us get and let's have an alert here because let us text here. Like let it be the text. Let us run. So it's already in like, as I mentioned, we need an plugin, sorry, an extension which is already in the already I have told you how to download. It's an live server plugin. So one extension, once you download and enable that, you can directly by clicking here, you can it pushes your code to the servers. Okay. Uh, Here, if you see, we're gonna click here, here pop-up message that we have just given here. It's alert like yeah, we have added a console there. Like, do you wanna click? So here it's pop-upping here. Do you wanna click? This is how it's gonna track because we have a click function here. This is how the function is called. Then even in the console, you can see it's clicked. I'm gonna show that. So once we click, what did we give to this is once it's clicked, it has to show like clicked the console. You can see I'm gonna click here. Do you wanna click? It's taking an alert message alert. Anyways, so I guess you have understood how what this click function does. It like because we gave here it's a like click the functions. So we gave this once we click there, it should show. Do you wanna click yes or no? It's an alert message. By default you're gonna we haven't made any template or it by default it's gonna give you uh these things like yes or no. Everyone are silent because in chat box there are no people knows everyone are silent, just kept their phones or system out and went. Is it something like that? Hello, hello, can anyone just text in the chat box, are you there or can we just wind up the session? Hello. Yeah, Ramya. So you are there. You just there. Hey, okay, so you are here. So now let's go with the arrays. So let this is have some arrays like 45, 5. So this is an array. Okay. Or here we have something like this is an array. Before arrays, I guess we have a string. Let's go that first. So what is a string? Can anyone just comment in the comment box what a string is? Yeah, thank you all being online. So let me know in the comments what the string is. Now we are done with the function. So to get more about functions, you just go to the browser, click about Java functions. You will be getting there more functions. Like you'll be having on click, on load, mouse over, mouse out, etc. etc. There are lots of functions over there. So to get more about that, you can go to browser and you can have some uh, you can know yourself. Teaching everything in a single video is not possible at all. Okay, sequence of characters. Okay, we are there. Thank you being here. So yeah, string. String is it's a storage of text inside these single quotations. For example, let like a string. Let have location is equal to. Here we're gonna write a string. Uh, Smarter is okay. Here we are getting an error. See, here we got an error because let location is used twice. Here we have one thing location, let location. Here we are using again let location. So let doesn't allows us to use the same value twice. So but where allows us. Okay, we have discussed yesterday what is where, what is let and all, what is const. These are variables. Okay, so where allows us to have the same value, same id for multiple values, but let doesn't allows us. Okay, even that's better because we can't give a single id to all the variables or the text with. Okay, so let's change this. Here let it let's speakers. So now we're gonna assign some string to speaker. Like speaker is a bad boy. So here we have a string. So here we have a string like Shrikar is a bad boy. So Shrikar is a bad boy is a string. So we have all these characters. So now we have lots of methods in string, like length of a string. Then we have an index. Then we have index in the sense starting or the ending part of the index, like starting index of or ending index of, or we can select this, replace one or from we can replace Shrikar by any other name, or we can replace any of these words with other names as well. So this is what the string functions are. There are lots of functions moreover. Collection, yeah, we can learn. Okay. String is a collection of characters. Yeah, string is a Okay, so this is what a string is, and the methods I have just told you, all these things like slice, replace, index of, last index, all these are methods in string, like of let, yeah, right, wonderful. Location dot for each element. I'm just writing a function here for each element that I have. So to take, see here in the first object, we have defined s is equal to something, m is equal to something. We give values for s and m, but here we have a certain set, a set of arrays, the set of numbers. To take each number once, so we'll be using for each element. So in location is a set of numbers like 45, 25, and 56. Then we have here we are calling a function for each method, which means for every single thing what we gonna have. And that's how. So I guess we are out of time now. We have 6 more minutes, so there. So let us just recall whatever the things that we have learned so far, whatever the things we have gone through. So the first thing is objects. I have show you. Sorry, the first thing is function. I have showed you the function, how we can write a function, and how and we have seen the browser how it comes by just giving a name of smarted. We can get all the console whatever the thing we have wrote. Then we have gone through the functions. Then we have gone to the events. I have mentioned one event here, like click on click listener. So you can have other events. You can go to the browser and just search for the event, Google, sorry, JavaScript event listeners. You'll be getting a lots of event listeners there. Then we have gone through the strings and the functions of strings. What are the functions that are mentioned? What are the functions that we can see? Even in the arrays also we do have some methods, like see the methods which has length, or for each we can write a function as I mentioned like now here the line number 45 and 7. Wait for you, yeah, here. So for each function we can have some different functions, and we do have some more what we say methods in arrays, which includes toString, then push, pop, then unshift, all these kinds of functions here. You have all these. So we'll be going through one by one in the upcoming sessions. And from for the tomorrow session, what we're gonna have is loops. We're gonna have loops. We're gonna have conditions. Conditions like break and continue. What is the uh, where do we gonna use break? Where do we gonna use continue? What does it exactly mean? Then what are the meaning of straight modes? What are those straight modes? Like what is the use of use straight in the code? Then we'll be having some array functions tomorrow. Then we'll be using some callback functions here. So all these things we're gonna have in our upcoming sessions. So yeah, let's go with the comments. So, so how many of you today got some good knowledge, or you learned something new today? Please let me know in the comments how many of you got some good information today, so that I can get more content tomorrow. And please do comment how was the class today, and the attendance batch. You got your attendance link in the description. Good, okay. Only one comment up. What are others are doing? Only one comment is good, sir. What about the others? How was the session? Attendance link. Yeah, 5 more minutes. You're gonna get your attendance links. I guess you are getting some links. I can see in the comments. Okay, so you are getting some LinkedIn links. Please do follow us on LinkedIn as well. Follow us on Facebook, LinkedIn, Insta, and subscribe the channel. You will be getting more interesting topics, more interesting boot camps in the further sessions. Able to get the enough comments from your side, guys. Where are your comments? So many of you are thinking this boot camps are interesting. Learned about new things. Okay, today's session is so nice, sir. Well, thank you, Lakshmi Priya, yeah, Roshni. Thank you. Attendance link. You got your attendance link. Please do fill your attendance link. What do you? So today's session is good to all. The attendance link has been posted. Please do fill the attendance form to get your certifications. Day by day, the viewers count was dropping. Like see, it's like rocket drop. What happened? Like your friends are not interested in joining the boot camp, whether or they are just coming for attendance. Okay, fine. So let's end the session here. Let's meet tomorrow. I know what's the name of that devil 123. Yeah, good evening. These laughing emojis are coming over. Okay, guys, let's end the session here.